So, surprise, surprise, an issue we have been talking about for some time has now gone mainstream. Or should I say the mass media has actually just worked out what we have known for some time. Petrol is a big problem in Australia right now. Now, previously, it was a reason to change the government when it was less than $2. Well, now it's way over $2. And for the past month or so, after, of course, the reduction in the fuel taxes was removed and fuel taxes went up, as well as global supply chains, the overall inflation rate for the country is 5.2%. Petrol is up 13.9%, almost 14%. As I've said multiple times, I repeat, petrol, of course, is the bloodline of our supply chains. In a country as big as ours, things need to be moved around, and as much as we like to move by freight or by barge, you really can't do that when you're trying to move things around the suburbs, let alone you trying to get your family around, or, God forbid, even if you've got enough cash to be able to go on holidays, like many have as the school holidays are rolling out around the country as we speak. Well, of course, the media, as I say, have now twigged on what we have been talking about for weeks, but certainly we paid a lot of attention to last week when those inflation numbers came out. They were desperate to run the narrative that while it was slightly up, it was only 0.3, but once you actually looked at the numbers, petrol and its pricing right now is out of control on Grim Jim and Albo's watch.
Petrol pain hitting new heights.
Cost of petrol.
Petrol prices skyrocketing.
Costs of petrol.
Petrol prices.
Petrol prices increasing.
Oh, of course, none of the things that you just heard them saying were what they're talking about now. All of that, of course, was the stuff that they said before the last election. Now, remember, it was early last week when we were sent an example of the Prime Minister's double standards. Anthony Albanese, in November of 2021, he was out there tweeting that when it was $1.75, things were out of control. But now, of course, it's way over $2. Nothing to see here, nothing to be done. Well, I noticed that it has taken, well, a couple of days for the rest of the clickbait world to actually work out that this was a point. They wouldn't give us credit for pointing it out because, why would they dare do that? Instead, when Pauline Hanson correctly pointed out that the tweet was one that makes the Prime Minister look like he's out of touch, do you reckon Anthony Albanese has been to a petrol station lately? Petrol prices are surging on his watch, the exact same text that Albanese used when he was trying to make a point about the previous government. He was making the point at $1.75. $2.35 for E10. If you want to get the normal unleaded, $2.37, $2.54 if you want to put the good stuff in the car, or God forbid you're somebody who's got to drive around a truck, trailer, or you got a diesel SUV. $2.31. What was that promise that they have never been able to deliver? Oh, you know, the central promise of why they had to become the government, that a Labor government will lower the cost of living. Instead, up, including on petrol, which they used as an indice to tell you why you needed to change the previous government. But now, we've got no money, apart from the extra $22 billion that we have in surplus this year, when to cut the excise by 25 cents would cost them $3 billion every 6 months. They've got the money, they just don't want to do it.